Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to talk about what is the best setup for expats, either full-time here, part-time, or semi-retired. All right, so I'm hanging out at this like cafe. It's about the only thing open on the Easter Holy Week here. I actually went for tacos and the place was closed. But here's the place behind me here. And anyway, just waiting for my friend here to show up, Enrique. I'm sure you guys know who that is. I'll get my coffee, I'll get my food, eat lunch, and then we will talk more about the topic. I could break free, yeah, just like you do, Joe. All right, starting off with a iced cappuccino, a cookie on the side. And look who showed up on time, Enrique, on the background there. How you doing, Enrique? Hey. So I ordered a panini sandwich, chorizo and cheese. We'll see how it is. Filipino style. I got my dessert before the lunch part, the panini sandwich, but this is a chocolate mousse mini, which I'm looking forward to diving into. I did go to the gym and do a lot of walking today, so I can have a little bit of a cheat day. All right, so we got the chorizo and cheese panini. Let's give it a try. Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's rare.
I'm going to eat, and then we'll talk about the topic at hand. All right, guys, so best setup for expats, either full-time, part-time, or semi-retired here in the Philippines. So let's go ahead and dive into this topic today. If you're full-time in the Philippines, there's quite a few benefits. It's what most of us, I would say, probably do. Or maybe not most of us, but a good majority of us. And, some of the pros is really it's going to be lower cost all around, cost of living, and deeper connection stability. So basically, obviously, it's going to be much cheaper than having to maintain two residences. It's also going to be cheaper than, with plane tickets back and forth to the West, which are pretty pricey. I can tell you, I'm spending a couple $1,000s just to go back to the U.S. next month. And it's hard to maintain any kind of a relationship here if you're trying to find a Filipina to have a steady or serious relationship with. Not many really ideally want to spend 6 months with somebody and then 6 months gone. That's kind of hard to maintain. At that point, honestly, it's better just to probably casually date. Some of the cons are, the visa renewals. Visa renewals are kind of a pain sometimes. Not so much, but they're getting a little bit more strict here in the Philippines with renewals. You get to over a year now, and they really want you to be on that long-term visa. Boredom sometimes, that's one of the biggest things that I hear about in the Philippines is expats are just bored. They don't have anything to do. And, for me, vlogging, that really keeps me busy. I enjoy it. I like the editing process. I like going out to see new things, and that gives me an opportunity to vlog. And so I like that, and I also have a lot of hobbies, like taking motorbike trips, hiking to waterfalls, snorkeling, scuba diving. You got to have something to occupy your time. Otherwise, you'll be lonely and you'll be bored. And that leads to people wanting to leave the Philippines sometimes. And of course, there's going to be missing family back home. Now, if you've got kids, grandkids, parents, sibling, good friends, of course, that's going to be hard, to maintain that while you're living full-time overseas all the way across the other side of the world. So a second scenario is splitting time between your home country and the Philippines. And so some of the pros on that is going to be you kind of have the best of both worlds. You get to spend winters in the Philippines and summers back home. And then that's really almost ideal for most people. I really enjoy the States in the summertime. I enjoy all the activities, the fishing, the camping, the cooler weather. I miss the change of seasons, seeing the fall colors come in, things like that, and a lot of activities that go with it. So Here in the Philippines, you know, escaping the winter though can be really nice. And I met somebody just the other day. He was telling me he lives in Canada, and he basically skips the winter, gets back in time for spring, and he leaves around fall. He kind of waits for the changing of the colors of the leaves, and he waits for it to start to get cold. Once that temperature drops down, he's on the next plane out to the Philippines. So he loves that setup. But again, there's some cons to it, right? You know, there's no permanent base, really. It's going to be more expensive overall because you're going to maintain two places, or you have to start the whole process over. Every time you leave your home country, you got to find new accommodations and deposits, and, you know, do you have all the right supplies for your house? Do you just store it while you're gone? You know, there's a lot of those issues as well. Visa hopping is kind of a pain a little bit. And emotional fatigue, which, you know, again, maintaining these close relationships in each country, and then you up and go, and then you got 6 months of absence, you know, from your friends and family back in your home country, perhaps, or good friends here in the Philippines that you meet, or even a relationship that you try to do long distance half the year. So, you know, I mean, really, what's best? Is it for retirees versus digital nomads versus slow travelers? You know, retirees, I think it's easier just to be planted in one place, typically. Digital nomads, you have the freedom to hop around much more. You have something that really occupies your time. And then you got the slow travelers, which, again, next year is what I plan on doing. I plan on Vietnam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and even coming back to the Philippines to do some motorbike trips. And so I will do that for a year, and it will really kind of tell me, is the Philippines where I'm going to end up permanently? This will answer a lot of those questions for me. Or will it be elsewhere? We shall see. But next year will be kind of a fun, interesting year. Even hopefully for you guys to follow my journey, you know, once maybe a month in Chiang Mai, maybe a month in Pattaya, maybe a month in Bangkok, and then off to Malaysia, you know, and then Cambodia, Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, you know, just bouncing around and kind of living out of a suitcase for a while. So that part won't be so fun, but it will be fun to bounce around. So I guess it comes down really to what's the perfect scenario, right? Is it you want peace? You want routine, you want to settle down full-time in a city like, you know, Bacolod, for example, or Iloilo or Tagbilaran, could be perfect. And if you're semi-retired or want to stay connected to family, consider maybe 6 to 8 months in the Philippines, you know, during the cold months, and summers back home. That could work for a lot of people as well. And if you're mobile, you know, single and want adventure, then Southeast Asia circuit might be the dream lifestyle. And for me, at this point in my life, that's kind of what I'm going for. And I think I'm really looking forward to that, to be honest. So, you know, if you're planning to move or thinking about the expat lifestyle, you basically have to ask yourself, what do I value most? Stability, freedom, variety, or connection? And there's not really any one right answer, just whatever fits you. So guys, I appreciate you watching today. Hit that like button if this helped, and subscribe for more expat tips, dating advice, and life in the Philippines. And you can also book a one-on-one consultation with me at geointhephilippines.com if you want help planning your move. And don't forget to check out my gear list, travel insurance, and expat essentials in the description. Catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Every morning, same routine, but I'm leaving you with 3